Hello and welcome to this taste challenge. I have two 40% alcohol single malt Scotch whiskeys. This is the Highland single malt Scotch whiskey from Trader Joe's Sherry Cask. It's aged in regular bourbon, regular oak barrels. Could be bourbon, just regular barrels. Then it's finished in sherry wine casks. And I got to put in the notes Highland whiskey, and Elgin Classic is Speyside whiskey. Speyside whiskey. Okay, so this is from the Highland region of Scotland. The mountains, hills, and mountains. This was $17.99. Now, this is the Glen Moray Elgin Classic, now known as just the Classic. I don't know why they changed it, but when I bought it at Walmart, it was called the Elgin Classic. Introduced in 2015. It was like a new line of whiskeys from them. And it was $24.99 at the time of purchase. Well, the price has gone way up, but at the time of purchase, it was $24.99 at Walmart. I don't even think Walmart sells Glen Moray anymore. They had this one. They had a 12-year age, but then something happened. Liquor enthusiast says, Scotch, good morning. RJT, good morning to you. Hello from Germany, says Vegas Last. All right, so this has a nice bottle design. Looks like a copper pot still. It's from Glen Moray Distillery, opened in 1897. But like I said, this line, real cork, this line started in 2015, so 11 years ago. And my bottle is from 2016, October 10th, 2016 at 10:03 a.m. I'm looking at it right there. I bought this probably in might have been in 2018 or 19. That's how long this thing's been lasting. Amazing. Poured a little too much. Ain't gonna last too long if I do that. But I'm not in a rush to get rid of it, but it is going away. But you can see it's very pale straw. If they're adding coloring, they might be adding 1 drop of caramel color per barrel. And that is very pale. I'm having Powers Gold and Carolyn's in my morning coffee. I've still not tried Powers. That's Irish, right? I went to Winn-Dixie today and they had 30% off Jameson triple and also for the everything's 30% off for the Slain Irish whiskey. But I was like, no, I'm gonna wait it out because they sent me an email yesterday. We're closing the store, which is sickening to go in there, but I'm gonna wait till they get down to like 70% off, see if there's anything left. If there's not, no big deal. But you have the triple Jamesons. Okay, so this one is more amber. You see, more amber, both clear as a bell. Now I think I'll be able to know which one is better. That's debatable. I don't know. I can't say, oh, this one's going to be better, but I would be able to tell them apart by virtue of not that one's Highland and one's Speyside. No, it's going to be because one is smoky and one is not. The Trader Joe's sherry cask finish has a slight smokiness, and of course the Glen Moray does not. Very tasty juice. So yeah, I'm going to see if I can sort of like play chicken with them, but they're selling out quick. I mean, their liquor selection went from fully packed a month ago to shrinking. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. If I lose out, tough. I lose out, I'll pay full price for a triple later on. I'm not in a rush to buy any Irish whiskey anyway, although I will need some more in about a year or less for the next Taste Challenge series because I'm out of any new Irish whiskey bottles. But I would like to get a hold of that triple for a good discount. Like I said, could have got it for $9 off today. I'm going to get it, but I'm going to wait. They had a full amount. They didn't look like they sold a single bottle. So at 30%, let's see what happens at 50%, 60, 70, 80. the store will be empty by then. That's the goal, obviously. They've been open here since 1958. Mm-hmm. Almost made it 70 years. Sad, you know. But 28,000 people, you can't sustain that many stores. Chestnut cast finish as well. Oh, man. Maybe I should get it for 30% off. All right. Of course, at Winn-Dixie, their 30% off might be the same as everybody else's regular price. They tend to be kind of high. I'm not saying that's why they struggling and they shutting down all their stores outside of Florida. I'm not saying that, because a lot of other stores is high too, you know, but they are known to be kind of expensive. You can catch them on a good sale though. That's what I would do. I would just cruise the sales papers and I will get that buy one, get one free coffee, go there at 7 in the morning and get their beef on a quick sale, because it was, you know, they had to sell it by that day or toss it in the dumpster. So I would buy like great steaks, like $20 steaks, and get them for like $6. And I would immediately take them home, you know, start treating them, let them marinate, and then I would I would barbecue them that morning. You know, I'll start barbecuing at 7 or 8 in the morning, and I'll go slow. I wasn't in a rush. I would just let them percolate, you know. And then by lunchtime they'd be ready to roll. I pay $35 in Pennsylvania, Ron. Yeah, it's $29.99 for the full price at Winn-Dixie, but like I said, 30%. Is Powers Gold good? I saw it in my local drink market for 27 euros, 31 US dollars. He can answer that. I can't. Jason Cleveland says, good morning, Jay. I hope you're having a blessed day. I am so far. I pay $36 and change for Powers Gold. Now, I know of a product called VAT 69 Gold. That's a Scottish blended whiskey. I know where to find VAT 69 Gold. I can't find VAT 69. That's like an old historic brand. But I know where to find VAT 69 Gold. Now, I don't know what makes gold different from the regular VAT 69. But I saw old 50-year-old videos, you know, films from 1976 in Rhodesia, in Southern Africa, Rhodesia. People were at a pool swimming and they were drinking. And one of the whiskeys they had, Scotch whiskeys they had, was VAT 69. But it was the original. I noticed they were drinking, but I never seen anybody drinking the VAT 69 Gold. But anyway, let's get off of that. All right. Okay. Liquor enthusiast says his father drank VAT 69, laughing out loud. See what I mean? All right. I've seen it around, but like here we get 69 Gold. Yeah. Hold on, folks. I thought you were going to the dentist already. Yeah, she took off already. Kitty. All right, Ronald Senior starring, guest starring. Well, I'm gonna do this challenge, then we can.
I'm going to use the bathroom.
All right.
Is this the song that's come back?
Yeah, I need to get them recovered. I can buy a cover. All right, this is gonna go fast because doggone it, the kitten ran to hide. I know she heard my father's voice. She ran. She's terrified of any humans besides me. You know, she'll lay on my lap all day, but she hears somebody else, she's running. All right, but I'm gonna close my eyes. This is gonna go fast because Like I said, one is smoky and one is definitely not smoky, but they're both beautiful products. I'm not in a rush to finish them. Just grain, bread, as you would say. I tell you what, I think that's a little smoke on that nose, but let's go with the taste. Cheers. Definitely no smoke whatsoever. Good tasting product, No, all mine. There's a little, yeah, there's a little smokiness. You say not a Highland whiskey. They don't have smoke. I'm telling you, this one does. So this will be the Trader Joe's. I got it. I'm telling you, I'm not going to get it wrong. Well, I'll probably be overconfident, but I'm not going to get it wrong because there's that slight smokiness now. When I get to the Finlagen and the Benriach and the, of course, Ardbeg, aged 10 years, that could be a little challenge, but those are more profoundly smoky. So let's close it out with your daddy there. You should do a duo taste challenge to see how he rates it. I guess he'd give it a bad rating. He doesn't drink anymore. He never was much for liquor, but in my village in northeastern Germany, many people drink Prima Spirit. Oh yeah, Prima, mixed with cola or apple juice or straight. Prima Spirit is something like Everclear. I don't know how they can drink it in that. You know what I'm thinking of? You said Prima. I'm thinking of something called Pimm's, Pimm's. We get grain spirits here. We get Diesel, Gem Clear, Everclear. I don't touch that kind of stuff. Your niece lives in Ingolstadt. All right, so what tastes better? One last tasting. I like it as smooth as bready. It's very bread dough, not crust. And this is more of the deeper bread crust, darker. You can see it's a darker product. The sherry is making a big difference. The sherry cask, and there's that touch of smoke, just a touch, a glimmer of smoke, but it is noticeable. And I don't think I'm gonna have problems differentiating it from others. All right, well that's it. I thought he was going to the dentist at this time, but he's already back from the dentist. You never know what's gonna happen. All right, thanks, folks. Bye-bye, and y'all take care, and see y'all in a couple of days for another Whiskey Taste Challenge.